Thierry
and Katrina.
Today we're gonna be there for a special event.
Yes, so I'm getting some tips from Thierry on cooking for April the 7th, which is a Green Shirt Day, which is to promote organ donation and registration in honour of Logan Brulé and the Logan Brulé effect.
And we're gonna do a green dish, rice and vegetables. Through all my traveling around mainly Asia and India. And in India we have a dish called khichdi. It's all about cooking a bunch of vegetables in the rice. Katrina, you had a kidney transplant.
Yeah, probably about nearly 8 years ago now. Yeah, I got a deceased donor transplant in February of 2013. And yourself?
And myself, it's gonna be, in a month, it's gonna be 3 years.
Oh.
I had also the kidney transplant, but for a friend of mine, so a live donor. Two different experiences.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I'm gonna use brown rice because of the fiber, and much better for people like me who has a condition like diabetes. It's gonna be cooked with stock, so to make the stock there will be some onions, leeks, carrots, turnips, and I'm gonna use the stamp of my spinach, my parsley and my broccoli. In my khichdi rice, I shall incorporate rapini, peas, green beans, portobello mushroom, cream and Parmesan cheese as a final touch. Olive oil, pepper, butter and sea salt. For my sauce, spinach, basil, garlic, shallots, cream, bay leaves and rosemary for the vegetable stock, in which I shall poach a piece of fresh steelhead fillet just before serving. Katrina, I can see that you got your green shirt. I've got my green shirt. Everything is green?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Go in the kitchen. We're gonna start by cleaning the spinach.
Like this, and then just dunk them all in?
Just in the cold water. And there. Now we're gonna separate the leaf of the spinach from the stem. You're in charge of the beans?
Okay.
Of course, we wash all the vegetables before.
Yeah.
And me, I'm gonna start taking care of the vegetables for the stock. Onion, turnips, carrots and leeks. More vegetable you have in a stock, better it is. So I'm wasting absolutely nothing. Couple of spoons of olive oil and start with the onions. So if I want to put a bit of flavor, that's when I'm gonna put the spices. Just put all the vegetables in. Yeah. 2 bay leaves, some rosemary and 2 cloves of garlic. Cover everything with water. We're gonna do the asparagus, the shallots, the garlic, the parsley, the portobello mushrooms. Get ready for the rice. How does it feel, Katrina?
Oh, it's a bit difficult this. It's going to be pressing too hard on this.
Do you
Let's
have
get the right
pressure?
amount.
Any pressure from the chef?
Oh yeah, it's perfection, it's perfection. I do this by myself and get away with quite a lot.
The asparagus, there is a way to know exactly where the tender part is.
Okay.
And the bottom. So the bottom I'm gonna put it in the stock. The center I'm gonna chop it and put it in the rice. And just the tip, that's gonna be nicely for the decoration or whatever. So you just take the end over there and you just snap it. Wherever it's snapped, that's the good place.
Okay, shall we go?
Okay.
So I just bend it like this.
That's right.
Oh.
Katrina, you used to have 2 green days.
2 green days. What's 2 green days?
Well, aren't you Irish?
Oh yes, St. Patrick's Day is the other green day, that's right, yeah. Like this, Terry, is this right?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Rapini.
Following the instructions of Chef Thierry, I will be adding the bottoms, or the ends, to the actual stock. Like that. Goes in here.
At the last minute I'm gonna cook the side vegetables. I put everything in one pot. You're gonna cook them as you like in some shallots, of butter, 1 bay leaf, parsley, fresh pepper, and I'm gonna leave it as it is. And at the last minute I'm gonna put stock in it and cook. I'm gonna show you how to cut the asparagus, but not your finger.
Okay.
You're gonna bend your fingers like that, and the knife will go on the edge here.
Okay.
So you have to bend it like that.
Yeah.
And the thumb is gonna be pushing behind. You can use any type of vegetables. Zucchini, eggplant, green pepper, any type of mushrooms as well. We never put any salt in the stock. More you reduce, more concentrate will be the flavor. So it's very delicate,
Yeah.
but it's
Quite
got
tasty
a
then.
lot of taste.
Yeah.
The mise en place is ready. For the spinach, you got, of course, the spinach, the parsley, the shallots and the garlic, touch of salt and ground pepper. The rice, so we got the rice, the beans, the asparagus, the green peas, portobello mushrooms, onions and rapini. The spinach will be for 2 parts. Will be 1 to make the sauce and 1 to put underneath of the rice. Little touch of oil. And the oil is there because I'm gonna use butter. That will not, like that the butter will not burn.
Oh, okay.
So we French, you know, we don't mess around with butter. The shallots and the garlic. I'm gonna put the parsley. The spinach they reduce a lot, so you just put everything in it.
And then I'm stirring them till they become transparent. Is that
So
right?
then I
Yeah.
put the onions and
Yeah.
I'm gonna cook them slowly until they kind of transparent.
Okay. And then what comes after this then?
Rice.
Ah, okay. So you let me know when you want to throw it in then.
Just go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Just wait for a couple of minutes.
Oh.
So, low heat,
Yeah.
and we want the rice to be also a little bit transparent. Put the stock back on the stove because you want the stock hot to be able to moisturize the rice little by little. Now it's time to put the wine. You want to cook until there is no liquid left. The side vegetables in the pot. I'm gonna put some stock in. I'm adding some water because the water will evaporate and then it's gonna make extra stock.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not gonna cook them too much. It's gonna be just pre-cooked and I'm gonna put it aside. Stock is boiling, it's very hot, and I'm gonna start adding. When the stock is completely evaporated, then we're gonna keep adding.
Oh,
So you still have to be there and stir. Gonna put the beans in it.
Yeah, asparagus.
Asparagus.
Without any bloody fingers in.
And a couple of garlic cloves. Parsley. More stock. So when you prepare the stock, make sure, don't be afraid to make it as big pot as you can, because you can always use it after for soup, for sauce, for anything. And you should never run out for the rice, and the rice takes quite a bit.
On the stove at the same time we've got the stock cooking, we've got the rice bubbling away here in the stock with the vegetables, and then we've got the vegetables we prepared earlier on just bubbling away, just simmering away there for the rest of the meal.
Checking how hard the vegetable. So now they're not cooked yet, but switch it off. Put some of the rapini. I'm gonna put my mushrooms, more stock. I check see the rice.
Yeah.
You can see it's half cooked.
Okay. So what is it?
Now I'm gonna put the peas, pepper, and a little bit of sea salt. Strain my vegetables. Then I'm gonna poach my steelhead in that stock. I use the brown rice is because some of us got some issue right?
Yes.
Like I became diabetic after my transplant, so I have to really watch, right? But just with my diet and my sport, I got rid of my insulin within 3 weeks. So a lot of green, less carbohydrate food, a lot of sport, and I'm insulin free.
Thierry, have you made this dish before?
No, I never made it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, actually yesterday I was not even quite sure what we're gonna cook together.
Oh.
So that's to show that go to the market, see what's available accordingly to the season, fresh, and anything it's possible in cooking. Don't be afraid to mix, to change. Usually for food you need a resting time for everything. And if you do something like a stew or like a ratatouille, you don't eat it the same day. It's the next day.
Oh, okay.
But the rice, after half an hour, whatever, it will soak all the leftover juice and it will be extremely tasty. I had a bit of butter and Parmigiano.
Oh, okay.
Just like a risotto. This is a 2 years Parmigiano.
It smells
2
really
years
good.
old.
Yeah.
Very thick.
Yeah.
Taste it.
Very good.
C'est bon?
Yeah.
Little bit.
Très bon. So Thierry, that's not very green. It's a bit more, that steelhead's a bit pink. How are you going to make that green?
What do you mean not green?
What? It's a bit pink.
Well, it's a steelhead. So that's why I think I'm going to make a green sauce. Half of my spinach and some basil, a drop of cream. A little basil, half of the spinach, touch of cream, and just a light pulse. And I'm gonna add a little bit of the stock. In the kitchen, we don't waste anything. So to clean up the robo, I'm gonna put my stock in. Now the robo is completely clean. Then I'm gonna poach my sea bass in it.
You don't waste anything. I believe I've got to take out the carrots and the turnips from this, is that right?
Yeah, you can salvage any vegetable you find.
Okay. I am. I'm starving. This looks so good.
Plates are in the oven.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put the final touch. So I'm taking the sea bass, put it in, and switch off. That's it. The asparagus tip to warm them up. No heat, nothing, for a couple of minutes. It's gonna be time for dinner.
Oh, and that'll just cook in the hot water or in the broth sort of thing?
Just by the heat of the broth.
Oh. And what are you cooking those in, Thierry? Just a bit of butter, is it?
That's just butter.
Yeah.
Just butter. And then I'm gonna put my spinach just to warm them up. Spinach, Brussels sprouts.
The fish goes on that then.
Then comes the kitchery. Nice and creamy. Gonna put the 2 pieces there on the top like that. Then comes
the green dressing.
the green sauce because Katrina complained that it was not green enough. So
it was a bit on the pink side, yeah.
Is that green enough for you?
Yeah, that's pretty green now, yeah.
And then the little asparagus.
Cheers, Thierry. This looks amazing and very healthy, and all the green vegetables we've got in this, and the healthy rice and everything. It's amazing, and the fish is pretty healthy as well. So
It's a full meal.
It is, yes.
And the only reason why we can have such a dinner tonight is because you and I, we've been gifted, right?
We have, yes, the gift of life. I mean, we're both here because of a transplant
so please
donation. Please remember to register if you haven't done so, and slogan Boulet.